The Las Vegas Aces are off to a smoldering start, even in light of being without one of their key players on the team thus far, Chelsea Gray. As they head into their quest to secure a third consecutive WNBA championship, our Aces beat reporter Callie Lawson-Freeman joins us to talk about what this team will need to do to make that a reality in 2024. With the Aces announcing the signing of 11-year WNBA veteran guard Tiffany Hayes, is this any indication that Chelsea Gray's recovery from a lower left leg injury is going to take longer than expected?
You know what's so interesting is before that signing was announced, Becky Hammon told me that they were looking to add to the team within 7 to 10 days, and then they kind of jumped the gun on that timeline. It was before 7 days had even passed, but in that time, I asked General Manager Natalie Williams what the team was looking for, if they were going to try to sign a point guard in Chelsea's absence, and she told me, no, not necessarily. Like, we just want somebody with experience. We're not trying to replace anyone on our roster. We're not trying to replace any of our starters, obviously. And I thought that was pretty notable that she said that, because then when they signed Tiffany Hayes, it was like, I already have the answer to my question, which is like, is this a replacement for Chelsea? And I think the answer is no. I know that they want her to be back soon. I mean, as soon as possible, but I think Becky has emphasized that she doesn't want to rush Chelsea back because this is a packed season with the Olympic break. They're cramming the normal 40 games into a month less of time. And Chelsea is someone who's expected to make the Olympic team. So I think that's part of the reason why we haven't gotten a timeline. Also, every single time they emphasize to me that it's day to day because it's based on her progress. And so I think there's a certain point in this season where that explanation is not going to work anymore, because I think fans are starting to get restless. And I think people are starting to think like, oh man, maybe she's going to be out for longer than we thought.
Coach Becky Hammon has said that she hasn't often given incoming rookies or young players a ton of playing time, but her tone seemed to change with Kate Martin. What's your assessment of Martin and what she's accomplished so far?
Oh my goodness. Kate Martin, I joke all the time that she's my Rookie of the Year candidate. Like, I have really enjoyed seeing the way that she's come into this team, back-to-back championships team, and made an immediate impact as a second-round draft pick that a lot of people were worried wasn't even going to make the roster. She does a lot of the small things. That's what Becky Hammon will always say. So that's why she stays on the floor once she gets in. Like, Becky recently, after the Atlanta Dream game, she mentioned that she's not going to just give anyone minutes. Like, they have to be good minutes from the start, and Kate does that. She always says that she emphasizes making an impact on the defensive end first, like once she's been entered into the game, and then she kind of lets the game flow to her. And you can see that, like, if she's going to knock down an open shot, if she gets one, she's doing everything that she's supposed to do. And so that's why Becky has so much trust in her. Even with Friday night's loss to the Atlanta Dream, that was a close game down to the final minute. Leads were changing within 2 points, and Kate Martin was on that court, which just shows how much Becky Hammon really believes in her in such a clutch situation to allow her to make an impact. And it didn't go the team's way, but it was definitely a testament.
This team clearly has a superstar in A'ja Wilson, featured in Time magazine, Gatorade, her own Nike shoe. How big is it that Wilson is finally getting her flowers, and how big is it for the W?
Aces head coach Becky Hammon, she will tell you any chance she gets that she thinks that A'ja Wilson is the best player in the world, not just the WNBA. At this point, A'ja has lived up to that description. She is balling out of control. She leads the league right now in like 2-point field goals made. So she's obviously not a huge 3-point shooter, but that's something that she's added into her game this year as well. She's a threat on both sides of the ball, reigning defensive player of the year. And so anytime she can get a highlight, a block, a steal, anything, like, she's doing it. And she's super exciting to watch. I think this is her 7th year in the league, and a lot of people felt like it was overdue. The shoe deal, the Gatorade, all of it. People felt like it should have come sooner. And so I'm glad that it's happening now at a time when so many people are watching, so they get to kind of understand her impact on this league and how talented she really is.
Great stuff there, Callie. Follow her on X at CallieJLaw and keep up with all of our latest on the Aces at lvrj.com. For Callie Lawson-Freeman, I'm Heidi Fang. Thank you so much for watching.